The Schleswig-Holstein Wadden Sea National Park is a national park in the Schleswig-Holstein area of the German Wadden Sea. It was founded by the Parliament of Schleswig-Holstein on October 1, 1985 by the National Park Act of July 22, 1985 and expanded significantly in 1999. Together with the Lower Saxon Wadden Sea National Park, the Hamburg Wadden Sea National Park and those parts of Elbe estuary which are not nature reserves, it forms the German part of the Wadden Sea. The national park extends from the German-Danish maritime border in the north down to the Elbe estuary in the south. In the North Frisian area, it includes the mudflats around the geest-based and marsh islands and the Halligen. There the mudflats are 40 kilometers wide in places. Further south lie areas of mudflats which contain particularly large sandbanks. In addition to the plants and animals that are typical of the entire Wadden Sea, especially large numbers of porpoise, shelduck and eelgrass may be seen in the Schleswig-Holstein part. With an area of 4410 km², it is by far the largest national park in Germany. Some 68% of its area is permanently underwater and 30% is periodically dry. The land element consists mainly of salt marshes. Since 1990, the national park, including the North Frisian Halligen, has been designated as a UNESCO-recognized biosphere. Together with other German and Dutch Wadden Sea areas, it became a UNESCO World Heritage Site on June 26, 2009. Geography National Park Area The national park covers an area from the North Sea coast of Schleswig-Holstein by the Danish border in the north to the Elbe estuary in the south. In the northern area, the national park boundary extends to the 12-mile territorial limit. To the south it reaches to about the 3-mile line. On the land side it runs in the sea 150 meters off the coast. Sea dikes in the foreland immediately in front of the dikes are not part of the national park. Beaches are thus largely excluded from the protected zone. Also excluded from the national park are the inhabited areas in the sea, including the 5 German North Frisian islands and the larger Halligen islands of Langness, Hooge, Graf Paragrafter, Åland and Nordstrandsmeer. Part of the park comprises uninhabited islands, islets and Halligen, such as Trischen, Blort or the North Frisian Barrier Island. Under the classification of the natural regions of Germany, the national park area belongs to the Schleswig-Holstein Wadden Sea, Islands and Halligen region within the Schleswig-Holstein marshes, and to the major unit of the German Bight. The national park can be divided into 2 areas. In the north, between the Danish border and the peninsula of Eiderstrat is the North Frisian part. On the south coast of Eiderstrat up to the Elbe estuary is the Dithmarschen part. The North Frisian Wadden Sea, together with the Danish Wadden Sea, belongs to the North Sea. It is screened from the open sea by the North Frisian Islands and the Halligen. The islands were mainly formed from elements of the mainland, which became separated, mainly as a result of flood disasters. The mudflats are protected and the transition between the flats and the sea is often clearer, because the former lie to the east of the large islands and the latter to the west of them. There are no major river estuaries and the tidal range is relatively low at less than 2 meters. In the northern Wadden Sea there are still geest cliffs formed in the ice ages, so that the highest elevations occur here on the coast in an otherwise very flat area. The Dithmarschen part and the south coast between the Elbe and Eider estuaries form the central part of the Wadden Sea. A tidal range of over 3 meters has largely prevented the formation of islands. Some sandbars emerge from the sea, but only Trischen is high enough and safe enough from storm surges, to allow saltwater-loving vegetation to grow. Compared to the geologically similar East Frisian Islands of the southern Wadden Sea, Trischen is considerably smaller and younger. All attempts by human inhabitants to fortify the island have failed. With several large estuaries, the salinity in the central Wadden Sea is lower than in the rest of the Wadden Sea and is subject to higher fluctuations. See also, Wadden Sea National Parks, Lower Saxony Wadden Sea National Park, Hamburg Wadden Sea National Park. Literature, Common Wadden Sea Secretariat, Nomination of the Dutch-German Wadden Sea as World Heritage Site 2008 als PDF, Landsamt für 1/4 Ardennen Nationalpark Schleswig-Holsteinisches Wattenmeer, Wattenmeer monitoring 2000 Euro Schriftenreihe des Nationalparks Schleswig-Holsteinisches Wattenmeer, Sonderheft, Tar Paragraph NNING 2001, Landsamt für 1/4 den Nationalpark Schleswig-Holsteinisches Wattenmeer, Bereich 2008 als PDF, Landsamt für 1/4 den Nationalpark Schleswig-Holsteinisches Wattenmeer / Landsamt für 1/4 den Nationalpark Niedersachsisches Wattenmeer / Umweltbundesamt, Umweltatlas Wattenmeer. BD1, Verlag Ulmer, Stuttgart, ISBN 3-8001-3492-6, Ministerium für 1/4 Landwirtschaft, Umweltschutz und Currency des Landes Schleswig-Holstein, Bereich zur Elbe pro 1/4 des Bias für Currency Reservats Schleswig-Holsteinisches Wattenmeer und Halligen durch die UNESCO. Bereich Zeitraum 1990 bis 2005. Juni 2005 als PDF, Dirk Legeler, Die Organisation Deutscher Nationalpark Verwaltungen. Numos, Baden-Baden 2006, ISBN 3-8329-1978-3, Martin Stock al Solzisen und der Westke 1/4 Ste von Schleswig-Holstein 1986 Euro 2001. Boyens Busch Verlag, High 2005, ISBN 3-8042-0703-0. Filmography, Im Nationalpark Wattenmeer. Documentary, 45 minutes, Germany, 1998, by Jensur Haynes and Michael Suter. Production, Kimplet Media GmbH, GRA 1/4 NWALD, brief description by the ARD. External links, official website, Wadden Sea Conservation Station. References, Legeler, pages 189 Euro 208, Rudolf Eugen Kelch, Viel la Currency RM Nights oder wie Schleswig-Holstein Sea Nationalpark Gesetznevelle als PDF, http, www.bfender/0311 Landschaft HTML? Landschafted equals 68,000, CWSSS 19 Euro 30.